Well, hello everybody. Yes, I haven't done any of these in a long time. Hit mute. Well, hey, it's really simple. It's a short message, but I'm willing to talk with those in the chat room. So you guys can hear me just fine. I'm gonna double check. I'm gonna mute here. Right, unmute. Excellent. Uh-oh. Camera went out. Hmm. Camera's back. I got 4 viewers. Holy shit. Everybody who's watching, say hi. See, I've explained. I'll be explaining the whole deal on the masks I make, and I'll explain why I'm willing to start selling the masks. Hey, nice to see you, Aaron. I'm glad you're here. I have not seen hardly any videos of you lately, so I'm just wondering where all of those that I listen to are running off to. I'm going to pause this because I know it's right there. Hey, Wheat Tree, how you doing? Yep, things are starting to be good here. Let's see, I'm going to pop out chat. You guys and see my ugly mug. If you guys got to look at my ugly mug, I might as well look at my ugly mug too. Yeah, the camera. Remember, guys, I've only got a DSL internet. That's it. So the video is going to be choppy when it's live streaming, but whenever it's replaying, it should be reasonably quick and decent quality. Tom, wow, look at this. Everybody's showing up. Nice to see you guys. Now, I just, this isn't about, God damn. I don't talk much anymore. All right. Well, since we've got 5 viewers, I guess this will be good. And anybody who watches this later. But we got Tweet Tree, Aaron, Tom Guns, and possibly some lurkers. And that's fine. Let them lurk. If they want to, they can. Now, I've been trying to stay out of the public eye as best as I can to protect my son and my wife. Gary now is 30 inches long and over 25 pounds. He's pretty much standing on his own, leaning on things. His birthday was on the 16th of this month. Yes, Sweet Tree, I'm telling you all about it now. I was thankful when his hair started darkening up. Now it is a kind of a light brown. Main reason I am thankful is because the kidnappings and the type of children they want are blue-eyed, blonde hair. Exactly what is the weight and length of Garion now?
Current weight and length. Weight is 24 pounds, 14 ounces, and length is 30 inches.
Okay, so I was off a little bit on ounces. Yeah, he is getting big, but he's a big.
He's a chunk to carry around.
He's a chunk to carry around, but he's not fat. Here's the thing: he's muscle.
He's a lot heavier than he looks.
The unindicated co-conspirator things with the whole Bundy issue thing. Yeah. But as I was saying, when Garion's hair started turning more of a brownish, I was thankful because he still has blue eyes. That can change in the future, but he started out with blonde hair like a lot of children do. The ones who are like focused on the kidnapping and doing the kidnapping ring, aka CPS, um, they like to find blonde hair, blue eyed children because those are the most desirable. That's why when his hair started turning more of a brown color, I'm like, good. He's out of the like top 30% they're looking for. Now, I'm still going to fight like crazy and make sure they don't even think about coming after him. And if they do, I sue them like crazy. It's simple.
You soon, I'll sue him.
But I did get my affidavit that I had been talking about out. It's at the courthouse right now. So any of the locals around here that are listening to me, go ahead and look at the courthouse. My wife and I both have our affidavits out there. The Bundy thing, there were ways to get around it that I've learned. And they were told those ways, but those ways seem to be
Challenging.
not challenging, and more of they fly in the face of what we are taught. You know, we are taught if you get into trouble with the law, you get a lawyer or attorney. Well, sorry to say, lawyers and attorneys are they're part of the bar, British Accreditation Registry. They don't work for you. Their whole job. I even had a video earlier about the one thing about what's the difference between an attorney and a lawyer. Either way, they are there to take what you have and give it to the system. In the end, even if that is doing the their fees. I mean, that their fees are insane, but that's neither here nor there. I'm working more along the lines of I create my masks. Everybody knows this mask, right? Well, there is another mask I just finished. And this, see, I've got a site set up, and I'll put a site on the description of here after I'm done with this video. But I set up a site to where you guys can contact me. Tell me style 1 or style 2. Now, I'm asking style 1 is basically this. I'll have creative variants on the stars and maybe even 3%. But it's going to be basically the same style. Style 2 is the one rebel flag that I did. Now, I'm going to be selling these. Now, the reason I'm going to be selling these is my wife and I have been living off of $500 a month. That's it. There is no extra cash coming in whatsoever. Now, we've been living reasonably comfortable. We don't need a bunch of crap. We don't need a bunch of extra stuff. So we've been living off of $500. Usually every month we'd have about $50 to play with, give or take. Depends on how much energy we use on heating or cooling the place. We don't use AC. I've got my own homemade little AC unit that uses just a fan and ice. But that's neither here nor there. The reason why now I'm trying to figure out a way to make more money is not. No, I don't make body armor. Sorry, I don't have any of those tools. I can get these masks. Here, let me see if I can. I can get these masks in bulk, basically. There's 7 of these clear masks. In future, I might actually figure out how to make body armor and stuff that I can get them clear mask, and they are not.
Shrinky dink.
My wife's coming up with new ideas, but the reason why I make these masks before was just because, like, Mike's got one, and a few other people got a few of them, and it was fine. No charge, because, you know, I appreciate those appreciating my artistic quality. I'm not the greatest artist out there, but I like to express myself. Well, my sister-in-law, the doctor, who's been paying us for the baby blankets we make, is getting married. So she's not going to be able to have that extra cash to be able to buy all the baby blankets. So we're lowering the amount that we make from $500 a month to $300 a month. The problem is that I still got the electric bill. I still got a debt that I owe. But I've also got the internet, which I've even added a because if cell phones go out, landlines will still be available. Looking at all the aspects of being able to survive. And the thing is, I'm not going to be, well, I'm going to move from here. See the baby blankets. I up into the electricity, the internet, or any of that. I'm going to be living off the land, making forged items, up from there's rocks up there, but I don't get land enough to survive any of a small commute for me to. Right now, finances are the big one, and I know I will see about getting you one if extra. Depends on how well this happens. Now, I'm going to go to the site, let you guys see. Just let me get there real quick. Yep, here we are. Now I'm going to screen share, and you guys are going to get to see. These are the two styles. I've got pictures of them. Two.
Make sure you wanted to see it right now.
Well, they're okay. Go ahead. I'm not screen sharing just yet. This is what my wife is doing on crocheting. It's just a simple seashells.
It's a shell pattern.
A shell pattern.
It's called double shell, I believe.
Double shell. And the graphics are not the greatest here.
I know.
Now, here is the thing. I did a video of the mask that I'm going to have for a raffle. I did the video. And the video is right there. Let me I'm now showing the masks. I know it's pricey. I know you guys probably like, holy shit, we don't have that kind of cash. But I've got the two styles right there. Style one is as you normally see. They're size to fit. They're basically a one size fits all type of thing, unless you got like the really Pinocchio nose kind of thing. Oh, you're talking the blankets. Blankets are baby blankets. Here's the thing. This mask down here just finished the raffle prize for the month of April. And I will not recreate. Yeah, I know, $35 per mask. I'm willing to lower it down, but I got to think about, I'm getting more masks now. These are handmade. These are not just, I do it in an assembly line or anything. I hand paint these, whether it's a spray can or um, or as you'll see in the video, if you look at the video, which here is the link, so you guys can go there if you want in the future. I'll also put a link in the description here. But here's the thing. I hand paint this. I hand painted this mask completely. So, yes, actually, I do sign my masks. Mike Soror got a mask from me, and I signed it on the back. So while he's wearing it, he's looking at my signature. I thought that was perfect. He'd never be able to forget who gave it to him. But the thing is, guys, I'm trying to figure out a way to be able to keep living in reasonable comfort, because I mean, we've got electricity, we've got food, we've got the internet, so that I can keep working on websites that I need to. Yeah, and this mask is, as you can see, this is a unique mask. I will not recreating it all. That's why it's a raffle. It's going to be a one-of-a-kind unique. Now, in the future, I mean, if April goes well, which I only have 7 masks of the basic masks, templates, these types of masks here. I've only got 7 of them, so that's all I'm going to be on. But I've got 20 of them coming to me by the end of April, early May. I hate asking this, but you know what? Got to make money somehow, and I'm not going to ask for charity. I'm willing to work for it. I mean, making masks, and this mask is unique. This is like an incentive to buy a mask kind of thing. So effectively, that's the big deal that I was originally going to go for. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask me. I will try to answer any questions I can, whether it's about the mask, what I've been doing. Some things I might not answer because it's still in the works, I guess you could put it. Planning stage, or there's lawful aspects that I'm protecting myself and my family for, like the affidavit. Any questions, or you guys seen enough and said he's totally crazy because he's wanting $35 for a hand painted, signed, or autographed mask? Wheat Tree says, Lynx, that's too cheap.
And yours?
This is one of my blankets I made. It's done off of a loom of sorts. It's quick, it's easy. I can make these. Now, Aaron, I'm really hoping I am successful with these masks, because I mean, I'm not going to be doing this for long. Only long enough to survive, long enough to be able to get out into the woods, and then I'm out there. I will live off the land. I will take care of my family that way and everything like that. Okay, Tom, yeah, I'd be willing to jump in and say a few things. So I'm just seeing how this goes. This is a dry run right now, and under them, I will autograph, because signing is dead man's hand. Autograph in red is a living individual. There's a difference.
Living man or woman?
Living man or woman.
Do not call yourself a person.
Yeah, don't call. This is stuff I've been learning. So, any questions, guys? I'll stay quiet for a little bit. Waiting for questions to answer. Yeah, little guy is sleeping currently, and you're probably hearing my wife clearly because this microphone is badass. Yeah, I do have a Twitter account. I just hate that. I hate all of the mainstream. I mean, come on, they can use few. That's why I closed my Facebook down. I'm using MeWe now, but I don't want to become commercialized completely with the masks. I want to I want to give quality for what I am offering. I don't want to just mass produce and be like, okay, so and so ordered 35 of the Rebel mask, and so and so ordered the 3% mask. They need 75, so let's get it going, guys. Let's move. No, I don't want that. I want to put my heart into the mask. I mean, come on. We the people. I tried to make this look like parchment. It didn't work out as well, but the previous one was yellow, and it didn't work out at all. So this is the closest. If anything, think of it as vellum, you know. Yeah, that's the problem. I don't know how many I can make on a regular basis. And I mean, Wheatree, you say it's too cheap for the mess, but I'm looking at the economic situation of most of the patriots that want this. They're not going to have an extra 60 or 80 bucks just to throw at a piece of plastic. This is plastic. It's flat with paint that some schmuck decided to paint on the side and make it look more patriotic.
Hey.
My wife doesn't think I should call myself a schmuck. Well, I'm an asshole, but still. The thing is, I'm trying to supplement my earnings to where we are still comfortable and that Gary does not out at all.
You're looking at economy and
Well, we're not talking income.
no.
No, we're talking the economical issue that has been happening. They're not going to have money, the finances. Here's also the issue. I will not say income because there has been a court case that flat out states, and even the Supreme Court ruled on it, that the federal government cannot define income. Period. All right, here. Hell with it. I'm going to do something.
Open panel?
Yeah, let's open panel. Let's see what the hell's been happening here. You guys ready for open panel?
They were born ready, honey.
So, I mean, I'm willing to do open panel, and if I have to focus on just me, I'll do that. But, all right, copy. Now, we're not doing a whole bunch of political stuff. If you guys want to talk, we can, but open panel, I've been gone for a while, so there you guys go. If you want to jump in, jump in. Any trolls or those who hate me and stuff like that, well, I will shut you down quickly. But any who are just willing to talk, come on in. I know, Aaron, you want to. I know Tom wants to. And we can do a show later. Not a problem. You guys have questions. You guys are talking about the masks and stuff. I want to hear what you guys think about this, because I think that my artistry is shit. Really, I do. But there's so many others that seem to love it. So I'm going to do that. So we're going to give it a little bit more time, see if anybody does Hangouts. If you have Mozilla Firefox, they won't do Hangouts. Well, they might do Hangouts. Google Chrome, that's the only way I was able to do this. I had to download Google Chrome. I hate Google Chrome. Ugh. But, yeah. Okay.
I may be biased, but really?
She's got a fist acting like she might hit me. The problem is she knows if she does anything physical wise, I block automatically. And it usually causes her. Okay. She kicked me one time. She kicked at me because I said some smart ass remark at the perfect time. She had a bruise from pretty much the bottom of her knee all the way down to the ankle. Just because I blocked with this part. Because that's the way I was trained. And hey, Aaron, how you doing?
Yeah. Hey, you want to see how freaking easy a bruise?
Oop, sorry. Got to turn you up a bit. All right. Now, what did you say?
I wasn't prepared to do anything, but yeah, I hope you can hear me all right.
This is friends. We're friends here, right? We just hang out and talk. I let you guys know about the mask, and I mean, I was going to put to Portman Union, but I can't get that small of writing. Hey, Tom.
What's up, guys? How is it going?
Not bad. I know we're on my show right now, but we'll get to your show later, Tom.
Okay, no problem. Always my pleasure.
Yeah, Lynx, it's always a scenario where an artist is hard on their own artwork. You know, where you've seen so much of your own artwork, you're like, I don't know if that's all right or if that's good, but other people just like start freaking out on it. That's great. That's great. But and that's what you got to keep in mind when you're doing your art. I like your masks. Those are pretty cool. The first time I saw them with you and Mike.
I've always said an artist's greatest critic is themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, first time I saw you and Mike live wearing them together, I was freaking out. I'm like, those things are awesome. Some body armor.
It was just a simple idea. To me, it's simple to do something like that. How would I make body armor? I mean, seriously.
I
mean, would it actually be bulletproof?
Maybe, you know what?
Would I actually go for actual combat body armor?
Well, I mean, a little bit goes a long ways with anything, you know, and maybe you can find the same blank like template that you're getting on your masks. You can get just like a chest armor, a plastic chest armor, and then paint that. But you never know. You might be able to find, you know, the blank plastic chest armor and then a plastic shield or something and just paint those up. Because, I mean, honestly, if I got one of your masks, well, I want to get one of your masks, but it'd be on the wall. You know, it'd be close to the bed to play with or mess around with or strike that. You know what? Now you're going to have to go age restrict on this, dang it.
I did this way. If it's there, I'm going to hit mute.
No, you're muted, bud.
Yeah, he said he was going to hit mute.
Oh, okay.
So he'll be back.
Tom, let's get together later or something. We'll do a show. We'll talk.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, man. I mean, there's stuff we do need to talk about. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Here I am.
Right on.
Up there, two of you again. Two of me, two of you.
Well, the thing is, the iPad that I've got works a lot better. So.
Okay.
What you got for Christmas?
Yeah, I got it for Christmas, thanks to my sister-in-law.
You know what having to use your lips.
So,
Lynx, I always said it was a good idea for you to do what you were doing with your mask. I always was like, that's a great idea.
Yeah, I was, I'm hoping it is. I'm just, for me, it's like the confidence issue. I mean, just to give you guys an idea, and this is not a pity party. This is just to give you an idea. When I was in first grade, I was actually figuring out that the eyes looked like almonds, the almond shape. It wasn't the circle with the dot in the middle. I was actually doing the eye shape in first grade. And then I increased my artistry like that, like crazy. Father's Day for, I would think I was like in fourth or fifth grade. The 8 to 10, we were supposed to draw our fathers for Father's Day, our dads. So I had my dad sit on the couch while I sat on the little love seat next to it, and I drew his face the best I could. I entered the contest, and I was disqualified. Why? Because I was supposed to do it alone, and evidently it was too good for somebody my age to have done alone. That's another hit on my confidence in my artistry. And then the mother that I had, which she still is around, flat out told me I'd never make a living off of any of my artwork because there's so many starving artists. Effectively, bit by bit by bit, I got cut down. Yes, I think about doing the Twitter Weetree. Okay, I set up my own a new Twitter for that, but yeah, that's mainstream. Ugh. See, even the clock thinks Twitter's a cuckoo idea.
Right on time.
Right on time, like Tom said. That's awesome.
Yeah. Our adopted daughter doesn't like it.
Yeah, we've got a young girl that she's what, about 15 now? 14. Yeah, she sees us as her other mother and father because we care about her. We want to make sure that she's on the right path, kind of thing. And she's all the way in Canada, so. But she hates that cuckoo clock. It scares her. Blood Raw Truth. You missed it. I am selling my masks. This. Oh, wow, this is actually a better quality of camera.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and this is going to be the raffle. Those who have bought masks are entered into the raffle. And this will be the raffle winner that will get this mask for free for winning the raffle.
For the month of April.
For the month of April. And that style of mask right there will never be repeated. Ever. That will be a one of a kind. And I did stupidly sign the back, dead man. But I am going to overdo it with a red marker to make sure it's living, because it's a living artist. So anything you guys want to talk about, or are we echoing too much?
No, it's your show, man. You're doing good, dude. I just like checking out your masks, dude. That stuff's really cool. Show us some more.
Those are the only two masks I've got, except the picture of the rebel on the site, which I will put the. Actually, I'll just go into the.
Oh, and there's another mask you won't redo.
Oh yeah, and I won't redo a 7-star mask on these for a simple reason. This one has 5 stars. Mike Soror, I made his mask, and it was 7 stars because, well, his whole religious viewpoint and stuff like that. 7 is a sacred number, kind of like thing like that. So I'm not going to redo a 7-star because that was specifically for him. Other than that, I've got 7 masks that I can make, and I'm going to make them to order. And I ordered acrylic paint to be able to actually hand paint them instead of spray paint them. Along with, of course, paintbrushes. So it's going to be more of a personal type of touch than masking tape and spray paint real quick. I'll actually be drawing out, painting, and making the masks as they are. So,
Oh, I hope it works out, man. I think it will. I think people will order them. I want one. I told you that before.
yeah, you did tell me that. And again, the confidence thing. How was I supposed to really believe in myself, kind of thing?
And he says his
I
voice.
understand that. Sometimes you just got to step out and do it, you know. And it's not like it's something that's going to cost you like a lot of overhead. So you can start
No.
out with like 10 masks or 7, you know, whatever you got, and then see how it works. You know, even if it brings in some revenues, better than none, right? So it would help you out.
With the bills that we've got, yeah. For some reason, Centuryfuck is what I call them. They're CenturyLink. They keep on jumping. I mean, I'll call on. I've been a
It's almost
10 years, or no, almost 6 years that we have been a customer with them.
Mhm.
And we started out with a $45 a month, 12 megabits,
and
guaranteed 12 megabits possible internet.
Right.
Tried to keep up with that deal. I mean, we'd pay up to 50 because of local taxes, kind of crap. But then all of a sudden our bill starts hitting about 60, 70. Hell, I paid 110 one time because of extra fees and stuff they throw in there. And so I keep on trying to get the good deals, but now my average bill is about $65 a month.
they'd rather have it about
They
90.
they would rather have it at 90 if they could.
Oh yeah. Trust me, links up. My internet service I had Bright House, which was Time Warner, which is switched to Bright House because they're getting a bad name, so they switched it. Now they switched it to Spectrum, right? I have no cable. I don't watch TV. So I have a home phone and my internet service. It's $130 a month.
You see how
What
ridiculous.
the hell is that? I mean, right? I should be getting a cheaper price. Now, if they give me the cable, they're saying, well, they'll do it for the same price. Well, wouldn't it be like, don't you give a package just for the internet and phone? I don't even need the phone. I have a cell phone, which I pay 140. I don't even know. It's 140 or better a month for 2 phones. You know, through Verizon. So I've had these people for years. I've had Verizon for 15 years. They're better, and they're still screwing me. So you know, it's bad.
Evidently, Helen's done research that you can get internet on internet for like $30 a month. But I'm sitting here going, yeah, that sounds wonky to me. That's like getting free TV with your cable.
Well, it's like Magic Jack. They say you get Magic Jack, but you know, I don't really care about my home phone. I just want to cancel my. I want to get my wife to understand we don't need a home phone. We have cell phones. We'll pay all that money every month for that. So why wouldn't we just cancel? Only thing I need from that provider is internet. If you can give it to me for $40 a month, I'd be cool with it.
Exactly.
But you know, right, that's all I want. Just I want one thing, and that's all I want for a reasonable price.
Now, Aaron, I know Tom's in Florida. I keep hearing difference for you, Aaron. You're either in Washington or you're in Nevada or Arizona or California.
Man, I'm all over the place. Today I'm in Arizona.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fine right there. I've been working on a website for Ed and Dave. Basically, one of Toasted Web's former shows, but now Ed Johnson and David Lee Buse are actually doing their own show on their own channel thing. the things I've been working on, and they need me because they don't know how to do the internet, or they don't know how to build websites, and I'm doing my best with. And they got. I mean, I'm almost thinking I'm putting a whole library into this website because I've got over 38 different pages on that website already. And they're only starting to give me extra. They've only given me the tip of the iceberg of information they have. So it's going to be a very intensive thing, and they need me. That's why I'm kind of like, I need to keep, going to having an internet until the website's reasonable. So that's why I'm wanting to keep the internet, and plus be able to do things like this with you guys every once in a while.
Yeah, it seems like it's important these days. No matter how much it costs, people are willing to pay, and just having the access to information, and it seems like it's needed more than you want, really. I mean, I'd like to be able to dial back my internet usage, but it seems like that's how everybody's communicating, and especially what you're trying to do, trying to run a little business off of it. And
that's the thing. It's a little business. I'm not planning to go like 100,000 a year. I'm like,
right, corporation.
I'm not going to go corporate. I'm not going to take away from everybody else. I mean, these are just me, like at a Saturday market or something, Hey, here you guys go. This is something I made myself. You guys want to buy it? Great. If not, I'll figure out something eventually. But I hate that. To me, this is like asking, but I am offering a service for the finances. I am asking for that mask thing. So,
well, and thanks. Like I told you, man, it's like going to the flea market. Like if you took and you could buy and rent a stand at the flea market, it's like $25, right? For 2 days or a day per day or whatever. You rent the stand, you take your stuff, you put it there. But if you can sell that there, if you sold, let's say 5 masks a day, you would be still good. You would be okay. You would make profit still. Yeah, you take $25 off the top, but you'd still be okay. So, and I think them things sell like hotcakes where I live. So.
But is that because where you're at, they appreciate art and they're very patriotic?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, where I'm at.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't. You probably wouldn't do too good at Portland's Saturday market.
No.
All right.
And there, some of the shit I saw at Portland Saturday market sucked, but it was really cool to look at.
Like where I live at, man, there's a bunch of guys running around flying the Confederate flag, an American flag. They got, 33s or 40, whatever, 40, inch wheels on their trucks. I mean, it doesn't, I'm not saying anything bad. I'm not saying like, well, there's a bunch of rednecks, but they're a bunch of country boys and they believe in our country. And so around here, you would sell something like that fast. It would sell because they're all about that stuff. And they'd hang it on their wall or put it, up on their thing, and so I'm just saying, depends on where it's selling at. If you could send them to me, I could sell them easily, man. I believe.
Yeah.
Well, if I sold them to you for 35 and you sold them for 50 each, you'd make a profit and I would make a reasonable profit myself.
Right. That's how it would work. Give me 10 of them, and then when I sell them, I give you your money. And if I sell them for, say you give them to me for 35 and I sell them for 45 or 50, I make a little profit, and then boom, we're both happy, and boom, that helps everybody right there. Plus the people who want to buy them, because where I live, like I said, man, guys are really into this stuff around where I live at. It's big time. I see everywhere. When they were trying to take down the Confederate flag, there was guys running up down the roads with their trucks, with their flags flying. I mean, it was amazing. I was pretty surprised.
I got a good idea for you, Lynx. You should hit up Outlaw Morgan. Your product would be perfect with his, and I bet you'd sell a ton of them. If he was to pick up your product and sell them with his on his website too, yeah, those would go, man.
Outlaw Morgan, who's that?
Oh, you don't know? Oh my gosh. Yeah, when you get off, start watching some Outlaw Morgan stuff.
Okay.
You're gonna love him. You're gonna love him.
Focused on primitive technologies, watching Mythbusters. I mean, I'm looking more of a scientific and survivalist type of viewing, so that I can plan even more detail and have more in my head for when I go out into the woods with my family to make sure we survive. I've already got in my head, I've got a way to be able to make a certain type of windmill that doesn't matter where the wind's coming from, it's going to catch it, and it doesn't pivot. It's not this normal fan in the front windmill thing. It's a windmill that's got twists around it that'll catch wind and turn, and I'll be able to put on a alternator hooked up to that, and it'll actually produce electricity that I can put into a battery, and we'll have some electricity when
I've watched those videos. Pretty interesting videos.
Yeah, these are the kind of things that I'm trying to go for, because this is just my personal view. My personal opinion, what I think is coming is all this wonderful, the little wonderful little touch screens and crap like that is going to go gone. Internet's going to become, you must give a left kidney to be able to spend an hour on it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pay for it more so than you do now. Already you're paying for it, but it's gonna cost you an arm and a leg, and most people won't be able to afford it. So you're not gonna be able to do social media like we're doing today. I don't.
Yeah, and of course each one of us have talked about the Bundys. Therefore, guess what? We are possibly co-conspirators now.
Right.
Which I'm thinking to myself, that's a direct attack on the First Amendment right, freedom of speech. And now
they don't care about that. Links, they don't care about none of that shit.
Care about that, because until you prove your standing, whether you're a legal citizen or a lawful bloodline American, there's a difference, and that's the website I've been working on, and they've got documentation to prove the differences. They've actually shown the proof. There is no, oh, we think this should work, we're going to try it out, kind of like some other group has done that is now pretty much falling to pieces. Thing is, as a legal citizen, you have privileges. That's actually the way the Constitution was set up, is once you are a fifth generation American, if you can get your lineage back 5 generations and you're the fifth, you are a lawful bloodline American. When you claim your status as that, you no longer have privileges, you actually have rights, the constitutional protected rights. And any administrative rule, ordinance, statutes, whatever, revisions, whatever, that each state or each or the federal side of the government decides to add, if it goes against any of your constitutional protected rights,
it's null and void.
It is null and void. And they know this. This is how they've been tricking us. That I would seriously suggest, I will go listen to, what was it, Matt Outlaw Morgan. I will listen to him. You guys, if you can, and they get confusing, they're like college professors teaching first graders. Sometimes Jerry Springer kind of shows up in there because they start arguing, but they have so much knowledge. Go ahead and listen to New Organ Trackers, or just look on YouTube for Organ Trackers. They've got their videos and they give a lot of real information. And they've got a website I've been working on. I'm actually letting it be known. Oh, Facebook. Damn, I hate Facebook. But it's all right, Diane. Go ahead. Sorry, Facebook. I don't like
Facebook.
I don't like
Facebook. No, I don't.
But effectively, that's what my affidavit is for me and my wife. And we're not, I'll flat out state it because the time's almost up. It's an affidavit claiming my lawful bloodline American status, claiming copyright of my name, my actual legal name. So if a bill collector decides to, or if somebody decides to send me a bill for nothing or whatever, or if they try to put a, if they try to send me a summons in my name, I've copyrighted that name and I did not give them written permission to use that name. Therefore, that's identity theft. Stuff like that is what I've been learning. And I'm not going to be like completely free of the system, but I will be more protected. And it gets really involved, but I did a basic template. This is the trial run for Helen and I. We're going to have that going. Once it has been unrebutted, I am going to put the template on the website. And I might even do a video here on YouTube to show you guys what it is, explain everything, and show you where to fill in, what to fill in, but fill in red ink. Now, this is an affidavit of truth. Truth means you know it to be true and factual. This is not a I'm guessing or I'm thinking. You're stating the facts you know. There is no lying on this, because if you lie, you perjured yourself, and that actually could put you in prison. It's that simple.
And I've traced my lineage back to 1629.
Helen's traced her lineage back to 1629.
Or 1625.
Yeah, so.
I traced mine all the way back to the kings of England and all that, and I came, my family did on Mayflower and Brewster and all those guys.
Everybody was Mayflower. What about the other 2 ships or 3 ships that were there? I forget their names.
Pinta and the Santa Maria.
Yeah, Ina, Pinta, and Santa Maria. What? Nobody.
Yeah, that was prior to the Mayflower. Actually, that was before it. So the Spanish thing happened up in St. Augustine, Florida, where there's a fort there where that happened prior to all that stuff, which most people don't know. The Spaniards were here first. As far as, it wasn't the English that were here, it was the Spaniards.
Oh yeah, Columbus was with the Spaniards.
Right. But
So
really, when you go back, the fort at St. Augustine, if you look that up, you'll learn the information about that and what happened then prior to all that stuff. The Spaniards came here before the English did. And from the English side, which I'm from, my lineage goes back to like King James and beyond. That's my bloodline. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm gonna have to say your bloodline's newish compared to my Norse ancestry.
But none of that really matters that much. What matters is that once your parents sign you over, basically, you become a slave.
Yes.
Yeah, you're a slave. So you sold yourself over. That's the biggest thing. So I don't care about any of the other stuff. What I'm saying is when your parents did that, now you're part of a corporation. You've become a number. Right?
That's what the affidavit is. I'm leaving that corporation. I am showing that I am a living man, and my wife is a living woman, and my son is a living child. We are not dead entities. So once that is proven that we are living, and here's the part that'll make a lot of individuals squeamish. Part of the process, and you don't have to, but it is the most definitive way to do it, is you autograph in red ink, you do the date and everything you're supposed to do. Then I used this, and any of you diabetics know what this is. It's effectively the
instant shot.
Yep, the poker.
Poker.
Call it poker, but basically I use that on my dominant thumb, made sure the blood was covering my fingerprint, and I put it on my signature. Effectively, I had thrown my DNA in there so that the original cannot be refuted, that it was a fake or fraud or anything. And with DNA, that proved I was living.
Right.
So effectively,
I mean, you really shouldn't have to do that, but you know.
You realize the corporation, the corruption that we are all trying to fight against. They believe they own your soul.
That's right. You're just a sheep, cattle. You're a tool for them. When you're born and they sign you over, you're signed over, and you become a number. Now you're a number of a corporation. Like I work for Lowe's right now. Okay, I have a number at Lowe's. Right? So that number is me, right? But I'm just a number. So to the other people, when they punch in who I am, it's a number. Okay? You know?
Exactly.
2,
You're not a
5, 0, 4, 2, 2. That's the number. I'm a number.
Now here's something that I found the law to it, the actual law. Okay, everybody, you go in and you go in to get a loan, or you go in to apply for a job or anything. They always ask you for your Social Security number, right?
Yep.
Title 42 USC 408A-8 it basically states that anybody who that asks for your Social Security number as an identification committing a federal crime. Giving your Social Security number as an identification is a federal crime. It's actually still on the books, and it is they even on your card, your Social Security card, it states, do not give this out as identification.
Supreme Court ruled on it too.
I mean, this is how they've got us to pretty much screw ourselves over. Now that I know that law, and I've read it, and I fully comprehend it, I'm not using my Social Security for anything anymore, period. In fact, I'm going to, after the affidavit's done, I'm going to write I'm going to basically contact each organization that has my Social Security number, minus the Social Security office, and tell them I am requesting that they take the Social Security number out because they are not authorized to withdraw funds from your Social Security trust. That is why they want your Social Security number, because whenever you're working and you've got your Social Security number, the company is not paying you. They are taking the money that is your wages and from your Social Security trust and paying you with it.
How ass backwards is that, man?
Huh?
How ass backwards is that?
Well, ass backwards, income tax, like I stated. The income tax. The federal government admitted, even the Supreme Court flat out ruled that the federal government could not define income, therefore could not enforce.
Not on your labor. Now on gains, it's different. Like, well, so if you're a corporation and you have gains where you are, like, say you're a corporation and you're making all these gains, right? They can actually legally, from what I understand, they can legally tax that, but they can't tax the person, that's the peoples that are working for that corporation, because that isn't lawful under the Constitution. They can tax the gains off of corporation, but not your personal tax. Like when you work, when you pay taxes, that is not legal from what I understand. So
it is legal. It is not lawful. There's a difference.
Okay. Well, it's not. Okay, they made a law saying it was legal, but it's not lawful, like you say. But okay, so you can take a corporation. They make, let's say, they made $600 million in profit that year. That's, from what I understand, that's legal to be taxed. But that's the only thing that's legal, not the people who work for them. So we shouldn't even be paying taxes legally from our labor. So in other words, our labor should not be taxed. From what I understand.
I need a video that I watched, and it basically talked about what is in the IRS they've got. And the thing is, it's a moot point because the IRS is a branch of the IMF.
Right.
And if you don't know what the IMF stands for, it's International
Monetary System.
Monetary, yeah. But basically, they are the UN. The UN is in charge of the IRS. The IRS is only supposed to be dealing with legal citizens and immigrants, or legal immigrants. Not these. I'm not even getting into that one yet. That might be in the future.
Whole different video.
There's a lot of crap out there that I've been watching, and I'm wondering. I've been watching to see. I'm still subscribed to, like, Aaron, to you, Tom, to Mike Soror, to a few others that I keep watching because I still believe in them. But there hasn't been hardly any videos lately.
Right.
Aaron shows his damn dog during sunrise for 2.5 hours.
No, I've been busy working and getting ready to do some stuff, but it's tough, and people don't understand this stuff. So you try to tell them something like that, they're like, "You're freaking nuts." There's no way that it's the corporations are the only ones that really should be taxed on their gains, on their corporate gains, but not the individuals. So really, we shouldn't even be paying taxes on that. We pay taxes on everything we buy. Now, you go out and buy something, you pay taxes.
Why are the taxes even there?
Well, that's what I'm saying. We
pay for the debt, right? For the national debt, trying to keep it reasonable. Well, the thing is, the national debt is covered already by another insurance issue. I mean, this is stuff I learned. I don't know it verbatim, but I have been learning a lot. Now, Aaron was going to respond to his dog comment.
I've been on mute here because I'm cleaning the kitchen. I'm guilty.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, yeah, I've been pretty busy myself, and haven't really. I mean, I've been putting together a live stream of a lot of comments that have been made on my videos and other places about me and other people. Lots of screenshots, lots of comments that have been deleted. That I've been putting together that live stream, and I wanted to do that. And I've got a positive ID on somebody that I wanted to release. It's not a dox. It's just a ID on somebody that we haven't seen yet. So it came my way, and I wanted to release. I actually wanted to do a hot tub video this morning, but I started watching James Dowell because he for some reason he releases videos on Saturday morning, and that was pretty good what he did this morning. But yeah, I got caught up in that. Other than that, yeah, I'm staying busy. I'm actually doing some landscaping for my friend that's been keeping me pretty busy, and rebuilt an engine in a car. Just got that put in. So yeah, I've been pretty busy, and which is good. We all need to kind of stay busy in what we're doing, and those side projects that make you money, you got to do it,
Yeah, and again, look at this, guys. I mean, come on.
I love those, man.
Shit.
When I first saw you and Mike Soror, when you guys put them on live not too long ago, I was tripping out. I'm like, those things are cool.
It's a simple design. I was surprised nobody else had come up with it.
Well, just like art, you know, everyone's got their own department, and that's definitely yours. It's something that I wouldn't be able to do.
Oh, you'd be able to do it once you saw how it was done.
Well, I could do it, but it's just a matter of, do you have time or what your schedule is or how things
And
work out for you?
time. I mean, I would be out with a job, but one, I don't have transportation
Conveyance.
easy. Two, I'm pretty much an outcast in most of this town, Burns, Hines, Oregon. Not only was it because of my previous me being an outcast, but now because I was standing up and being a reporter in this type of thing, alternative media. Now I put in an application and they're like, oh no, we never received an application a couple of days later because at all, they don't even want me around. So that's why I want to go up in the woods and basically say, goodbye. You know what, Tom, you were planning to have your own show, right?
Yeah, I was going to do a show. I usually do one on a Saturday night and try to, say what's new this week, what's new this couple weeks. And, it's amazing what's happening. And people just are so blinded. They don't understand. And if we don't start to fix this stuff soon, we are all out of gas. We're out of gas, man. There's nothing we're going to be able to do about it. If it gets too far gone, you're too far gone. You already went over the cliff. Now you're trying to adjust the radio station on the way down. You've already gone off the guardrail. You went through the guardrail. You are on the way down to the bottom of the cliff, and you're arguing over the radio station. That's what's going on.
Now, here's something. Have you guys heard what has been happening with Mike?
Mm-hmm.
This is the first
Yes.
I've heard.
Yes, the medical. Yes, I know. He's got some.
I've been like, where has he been for all this time?
No, there's a lot going on with Mike, and I'm not at liberty to say anything about that. But
That's okay. I'm just now that I know he's not like, yeah. At least I know, and that's the issue. Hey, Clovis. Clovis knows me. Oh, do you guys really? Oh, you're seeing him right there already. But you guys want to see the guy? Here. Come on. You want to show yourself?
yeah,
The world, huh? Here we go.
awesome. That boy in here, he's the future.
He is, and
Look at him.
You know, whenever a martial arts on the show on TV happens, he gets excited. Anytime sword fighting, he gets excited. Horses, stuff like that. I think he's going to be a survivalist and a warrior. So, yeah, there he is, and he is big. Look at this. He's on my leg right now. Actually standing. Whoop, there he goes. He's just waking up. He stands a lot more securely. But yeah, hey, how about we go over to your show then, Tom? Because mine was just to get this be known, and I don't care if the trolls hate the idea that I'm trying to make any money, any finances off of my artwork. I mean, if they're going to do that, then anybody who sews for a living, the trolls should be going after them too. I mean, seriously. I'm just trying to pay bills. I'm not trying to get like thousands of dollars. So.
He's almost a.
Well, bro, I wish you the best of luck in that, and it's tough being a starving artist, dude.
Well,
but you know, I'll tell you one thing with my artwork. As soon as something is done, that's when it sells. It seems like there's always somebody there that's been wanting something that I make, and they're just there. So it's having almost like that faith that, you know, especially in yourself, you finish the product, you put it up, and it'll go. And then commission work, I don't like to do commission work. It's you buy the finished product. If that's the only advice I can give you on selling your art, it's got me a long ways.
I'll look into that, but I'm also looking for new ideas. I can come up with new ideas. It's just I'm letting the public also know what kind of stuff they would want. The Patriots, what they would want on the masks. I mean, there's one individual that wanted the Scottish flag on the mask, and I never got to her. But it's basically just blue, kind of a lightish blue, baby blue, with a white X across it, and that's it. She was willing to pay the mask for that, and I'm sitting here going, okay. Now, if this goes well, this is just my plan, but if this goes well, I will come up with a new design for the next month, and the next month, I already got the We the People. So I'm actually thinking, why not do the Bill of Rights? Have the First Amendment and the general idea of it for the next mask.
That's pretty cool.
And then in 2 months, have the Second Amendment and Third Amendment, then Fourth and Fifth, and so on. Effectively keeping with a patriotic theme, because that's what we got to keep working on, is keeping individuals and women out there still wanting to be patriotic.
And the founding fathers.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, that'd be cool too.
Put founding father portraits up on.
And you know what you should do is just like when you get a couple made up, just do a quick 1-minute video showing, and then in the description drop your link to your website. That's where they're for sale at. Now I've noticed that helps too with artists. Etsy might be another place you might be able to check out.
Yeah, Etsy, but Etsy, there's so many out there that are trying to do stuff, and I've looked at Etsy, and it's some of the masks that I would think would go for $20 is only going for like $5.
Jeez.
The Etsy has become basically eBay, the cheapest possible, as quick as possible thing. There. Okay, Bearcat, I can work on that. Now I've got a website, Clovis, Bearcat, both of you. The website I just put in there, and it'll be in the link on the description of this channel. That is, I've only got 7 empty masks right now to be able to do, and this is kind of a startup. This is the raffle winner. I'll close this show explaining it. This is the raffle winner at the end of April. The pictures on the website is a lot better, but effectively, that is a one of a kind. I will never reproduce that mask or even close to that mask again. That is going to be a unique, one of a kind raffle winner. The way you enter the raffle is to buy a mask, which I will paint to your request. There's 2 styles, the 3% that I've done, this, and all masks I do gives my own artistic creativity on it, or the rebel flag, which there's a picture of it up there in that website. Effectively, those are the only 2 styles that are available now. In the future, I will go Bearcat. I can in the future. I'm seeing how well this works. But you can contact me with your request and your style 1 or style 2 and your email address. And once it's done, then we can work out the payment and the address that I send it to. I've got it at the bottom of the here. I'll screen share real again just to show you guys. Come on, no screen share. Ugh, I hate that. Okay, right there. This is the mask. The video is 22 minutes long, and I did it every step of the way. Whenever I painted, I did that, and then I let it dry. I put it all into one video. Oh, You guys aren't even seeing me. Hold on. I'll get that fixed. Sorry, my bad. There it is. Okay, this is what it is, guys. I've even got it up there showing yeah. Style 1 is this, and style 2 is this. This is the April Raffle, and this is email to order or ask questions. It goes straight to my email, so I'll be able to answer and basically start setting up the deal. I don't know how to do this fast and easy, so this might take a bit, but it's almost April. So at the end of the April, I will, since I've only got 7 masks, I will roll a D8 live, and each individual that bought the mask, or if they bought multiples, I will designate a number, and then I'll roll the D8 dice, and whichever it rolls up, minus the number 8, because 8 is
You
don't have 8 masks, but then whoever gets that number on the dice wins the raffle. I mean, it's not pick ticket, but it is still. So that's effectively how I'm going to do it, and hopefully it'll work out, because this is a way to be able to support myself, my wife, and my son. We are not wanting hundreds of dollars a month, like 700 or 800. We have been comfortable living with $500 a month, and we're drawing how we get our money from making baby blankets is dropping down to $300 a month. We still have to pay bills, so I have to figure out a way to make just $200. If we make a little bit more, that's not going to be an issue with me. I'll be actually okay with it. But it's not. I'm not trying to make a huge business out of it. So that's pretty much the deal for anybody who came in late, and you can watch this video in the future. So I think we're Tom, are you working on setting up your own little thing?
Yeah, he might be.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something real quick and set up a show. So I'm gonna do
That's awesome, Tom. Make sure you drop me a link in Hangouts. I'll come hang out. I'll come in.
All right.
Me too. I was just wanting this to. I've been agonizing over doing something like this for a while, because as we've talked about earlier in the show, artists' greatest critic is themselves. I really didn't think I was good enough, but the response so far has been amazing. So I'm hopeful, and that's all it is. So I'm going to thank Tom for showing up and jumping in after I got my little message out, and you too, Aaron. I'm glad you guys are still around, and the FNBI hasn't decided to pick us all up at once. But remember, and I learned this the hard way, because I was on the Sentinel or on the Spitfire show. You do not have to answer it. If they want to come in, they have to have a warrant to be able to come in. And you don't have to speak to them at all. They have to have a warrant that is signed by a grand jury. A lawyer or a judge cannot sign it, because it's brought upon the court. This is stuff I've been learning. Think about it.
True.
So Aaron, thank you. Tom, thank you. And we're all going to go. Yes, you can if you want, Clovis. Just let them know. I'm not trying to rip off anybody or anything. I know, Clovis, you've got some that don't like you, and they are trolls on your side. But you know what? If individuals will buy, I will be holding the mask until I get the funds. Then I'll send off because the 35, 5 of that is to be able to send off the mask. So effectively, only 30 I'll be getting for the mask. But effectively, I'm just trying to make ends meet with these masks. Right now, only 7 are available. In the future, there'll be more if it is if this goes well. So yes, Clovis, you have permission. I've already had WeTree tweet my website that I've shown you guys. The website's in the description. And any last words, guys?
Yeah, one quick one. When you on your website, this is just a suggestion. To make there a way that, like, if someone wants to pay you more than the $35 for a mask, they can do that. So it's like 35 plus a donation or whatever. Yeah, just set that up. Even if somebody wants to donate to you for art supplies, you got a donate button.
I can do that on with PayPal. Now, here's the thing, and I'm going to state this on record here too. I will only sell to within the U.S. Sorry for any of our Canadian neighbors or Mexican neighbors or anybody who's in another country that loves listening to us. The reason is, if I make any profit that is outside the U.S., that is taxable. Everything that I sell in U.S. is my labor for wage. That's all it is. But if it goes outside the country, then effectively the taxes.
Put a tariff on it.
Right, I do get taxes for it. Therefore, I'm only staying in U.S. unless I can figure out everything I need to on that. I'm staying safe as I can because my main goal on all this, ever since I became a father, and mothers, you'll know this, anybody who's out there is a father, knows that little guy right there that you hear in the background every once in a while, he is my main goal to protect no matter what. So, I mean, hell, I've been sleep deaf ever since he showed up because I'm willing to get up early enough to make sure that he's got hot water for his bottle, make sure that the house is warm enough for him so he's not too cold. I mean, all this shit. And I wait until wife and son go to bed, wait a half an hour afterwards to make sure everything's settled down. And then I do the nightly routine to shut everything down, make coffee for the morning, make sure the cats are fed and all that other stuff. Then I go to bed. Effectively, my goal is him, making sure he's alive, making sure he's well, and making sure that I protect him the best of my ability. And these masks are part of that.
Absolutely. That's awesome. One more thing I wanted to ask you, Lynx. You say you're going out on the land. Is this a summer thing that you try to do, or are you trying to get out on the land permanently?
All year round. Once I have land, which I will be going for a allodial title. And if you don't know what a allodial title is, effectively it is you own the land, the trees, own full right to that. And I will be making sure that allodial title is for my bloodline, which means when I die, Garion gets it, and Garion's children, and their children, so on and so forth. That land will be basically like a reservation. It will be its own country. The federal side of the government and the and any other organization, they have to ask permission to come onto my land, and I can tell them don't. And if anybody trespass, they just invaded my land, which means I can use excessive force if I want to, and that is lawful.
Yeah. Wow. And are you trying to stay in Oregon, or are you thinking about?
Oh no, I'm not moving from Harney County.
Okay.
All shit breaks loose. So now I realized Harney County is in my blood.
Your mother is trying to get.
And I will never leave here again unless, well, like for my sister-in-law's wedding, I'm going to do like a little medicine bag that's got the water, the dirt, and some other things from this land. So I'll still be connected in some physical way. And hopefully that'll work to where I can go to the wedding, be part of the wedding, because I absolutely love my sister-in-law. And I'm happy that she wants me there. And then when I get back, all shit hasn't broken loose. And then I can continue on.
Not to mention she wants to get her nephew a fedora.
Oh, she wants to get him a fedora, which you guys seen me with my fedora many a times. She wants to get him a fedora and a suit, and it'd be like Papa and son are exactly the same, except the goatee, the scraggly facial hair. So
He's got more hair on his head than you will.
but yeah, no, I'll be, and plus the high desert, it has its own beauty. It really does. And even the forest here in the high desert, the Mount Here forest, which I will be close to where Lavoie got murdered. If I have my way, I'll get land that's close to that. And I'll be able to honor Lavoie on a regular basis. I mean, effectively, I want to teach my son about everything I've learned. All this, I'll be teaching about the hero of Lavoie, the message the Bundy group had wanted to step forth, and how they all changed my life. Seriously, every single one of them changed my life, because before I was like, I'm just going to deal with life. I don't really care. I'm just, yeah, whatever. But once this happened, it gave me something to focus, something to believe in, something to research and know, something that was bigger than myself. And that I have to thank them all for.
Yeah, that's a pretty awesome story. I will tell you real quick that I've been working a piece of property my friend owns up above Kanab in Orderville, Utah. And it seems like that Lavoie wrote his book about this area, and we can just feel his spirit on this land. And it's just such a special area, and to have, basically his spirit around, like you're saying, yeah, holding it down from a couple of different sides of the western United States is pretty important. But yeah, feeling the spirit of Lavoie, he's there, man. I will say that he is there, and yeah, it's important
And
to
if
never
you
forget
can,
that.
right here, guys, look at that.
Yeah.
Lavoie's book. I actually got it. I was happy about it.
No, that's great. Yeah, there's a little gas station in Kanab, Utah that's been selling them next to the cash register, and seems like every time I go through, I pick up a couple and I give them out.
There you go. Well, you're also helping Jeanette, and you're also expanding the minds of those that you give out.
Well, it's funny because the first time I walked into this gas station and I paid for gas, I didn't even notice the book right off the bat. It was, just like right next to the cash register, and the girl that rung me up, I was like, "You know about this book? Tell me about this book. Why is this book sitting here?" Right? And she had no idea. And so I bought two. I walk outside. No, I bought one. I walk outside and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm right here. I'm going to grab another one. And when I walked back in, the girl had the book picked up and she was looking through it like, what the heck? And that's how it happens. That's how it happens. Yeah, girl that rung me up for gas had no idea why that book was sitting there, and had no idea how important it was.
That's the problem. Most will never know because they. Sorry, I was planning to shut the show down, but I realized there is something that will boost everybody's. How do I put it? Opinions of themselves that are paying attention to this. There was a research done. How many of you look at those pictures that have like the hidden animals in the scenery, and you're able to see those animals real quick?
When you relax your eyes, like those paintings at the mall and stuff, you don't know what it is until you relax your eyes and it kind of jumps out at you.
Well, there's those, but there's also the ones where like the rock has lines in it, and you look at it, and all of a sudden that rock is a dog, or
Okay.
it looks like a dog was drawn on it or something like that, or the clouds are in the shape, and they all of a sudden it looks like it's a fox or something like that. Those types of pictures, paintings, or whatever. It turns out there's a very small amount, like 1 in 90 individuals out there that has that analytical mind.
Yep.
They're the ones that are looking at the stuff like what we're doing here, and they're like, holy shit, something's not right here. Now that means that is 9 other individuals out there for every one of us is oblivious. They don't have the mental capacity to look analytically and critically at things. They're just accept things for what they are because they've been taught in school just to follow orders, do what you're told, and be good. Or they have they follow some belief system, or they follow, or it's the way they were raised. Effectively, they were raised as slaves. We were raised as slaves, but we knew something was wrong because our analytical, very critical mind and eye was like, wait a minute, something's not right here. And Lavoie helped wake us up and make us focus that critical eye on something important, not, oh, did you know Keisha is wearing a denim dress that now, when she was wearing velvet before, but now it's denim. I mean, that's critical. I get that, but that's not important. I don't care. Like I had said, like I had seen a little meme. Dear actors and singers, your job is to entertain us with parts that you play on the big screen, or to entertain us with music. Your opinions do not matter. So shut up, do your job, and stop trying to tell us what to think. I agree with it.
That thought came in just that word shit of you.
They're that important. They're big.
Freaking cuckoo clock actually is answering your questions.
Yeah, there you go. Go ahead, Aaron. What were you saying?
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah, the entertainment industry has been taking our work from us, true artists, for too long.
Way too long.
Yeah, it's time to. Lynx, do you ever watch Bravo von Mueller? You know who that is? That's another one. He just did a maybe a couple weeks ago. He did a video about the Oscars and how that society is taken away. Made money off of the hard work, from what we do, and taking it away from us. And it's time to take it back. And it's just small little projects like you're doing. It does make a big difference. Bravo von Mueller. Yeah, I think about a week or two ago, he did a video about the Oscars and the deep state or something like that. He just hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
I was thinking you said Bueller, and I'm thinking
no, Mueller.
Bueller.
But yeah, you guys got to look at some other stuff too to understand that that's what's happening. So for me, it's different than a lot of people because I read a lot, okay, and I'll start reading stuff. And lately, I've been reading a lot of scripture, and I know people don't like that, and I'm not telling anybody that they have to believe what I'm saying. Just read it, and it's amazing what you read because it's actually telling you all the stuff that's happening now, which is a mirror. It's like, how did they know that stuff? You know what I mean? How did they know 400 years before that this was going to happen exactly like they said? Well, there's a reason why. There has to be a reason why. I guess if I was ignorant, I would not understand that. But if someone's saying something 400 years prior to it happening, and it happens exactly the way he said it did, exactly the way, how is that? That's crazy, right? That means that whatever they said came from somewhere that was telling them something that they did not know. And then it took 400 years for that to happen. Before that ever happened, it took 400 years. So I can prove this if I spend hours reading to you guys or reading to anybody about this stuff, how this actually happened. But people don't want to believe that stuff, so it's okay. I don't expect people to do that. What I would love to hope for people to do is to actually read it for themselves and actually start reading and trying to understand what's happening in the world. That's what I want people to do, so that they can get themselves right. So when the time comes, they're ready for that. And if you want to go out in like Link's, I commend you for what you're trying to do. Go out to the woods, get away from society, because that's the best thing you can do right now, is to try to get yourself away from it all. But at the same time, you have to realize why this is happening and understand that. So for me, it's a little bit different because I'm a person of faith. I believe in what Scripture says when I read it, because I've read it enough that I understand. I'm reading over this stuff, going, "Holy crap!" It's telling me what's happening. It keeps telling me, and so it's like blinding in my face, like,
I know why it's happening. Simple answer. Stupid people.
I know there's a lot of stupid people, but what I'm looking at and reading is not, to me, isn't stupid. It's actually telling me what's happening.
No, I'm saying stupid people have let it happen instead of working against having this type of slavery happen. Stupid people let it happen because they got complacent and they were to accept free deals or free stuff in giving up their freedom.
Right. Exactly. That's exactly the problem. Is that people, they've steered away from truth, and when you look at the truth, according to I'm nobody, but according to what I understand and what I've read and I understand, is that free people gave that up, because we have free will, which we were given. So that's the problem right now, is that people are giving up their free will. They're giving up, and they're accepting things that are being told to them that aren't true. It's just not true.
Tom, that's exactly what I wanted to do on another show. Maybe we can go over that on your live stream that you're going to set up. Yeah, free will is important, and there's all the lies. People are believing the lies, especially about flat Earth and no free will, and that's just not right. That's an agenda that's starting to take over, and how do you combat that?
Well, it's looking like to me, and this is just something that, and I'll wrap it up after this, then we can get on Tom's, is it's almost like they're trying to regress progress to the point. I mean, we had flat Earth, then we had round Earth, we were indentured servants, and now we're freemen, and then we went back to servants or slaves. They're going to get eventually to go, put away those iPads and everything. Those aren't needed. Here's a rock. This is all you need. We're going back to the Stone Age when things were simpler.
Well, people just have their own opinions about this stuff, and that's opinions. Until people prove things and actually can prove it, then that's what it is. So if you want to talk about the flat Earth, you want to talk about whatever, I'm not against people talking about that or saying that this is what it is, but for me, I go back to personally myself, okay, and this is myself, not anybody else. I go back to faith. I go back to reading, and when I start reading, I read these things, and I use that as a tool, to see what the heck's really trying to figure out really what's going on. So I use the biblical aspect of things when I'm reading it or what it's trying to tell me. And sometimes it's hard because you have to go back and translate language, and try to figure out exactly what it's saying. Because some of the language doesn't even make sense. So you have to go back and research that just to figure out what it's saying. So most people are never going to do that. They're not going to try to figure that out. And so they won't understand.
And simple. That's all they want. They want it easy and simple, and they don't want to have to work for it. That's,
Right.
that's the issue now. Now, Tom, I'm going to give you something to work for. Get your show going so we can keep going with this on that after I use the bathroom. I'm going to say thank you for jumping on, guys. Thank you for the extremely energizing conversation, and I'll be joining you guys as soon as I can. I absolutely love that so many people are excited about these masks, and if the excitement continues, this market continues, then my hopes to be able to provide for my son will be fulfilled. And it's not asking a whole bunch. I'm not asking like $300 for one mask. I'm willing to work for what I think it's worth, and if it turns out it's worth more, I might increase the price a bit, or if it turns out it's less, I'll decrease a bit. But I'll always make it to where I can make a profit and survive off it. That's it.
Right on, buddy. You got great gig you got there, man. Good for you.
Thank you very much, guys, and we'll see you in a little bit, all right?